Good morning. Not Rex Ryan, though. Yeah, the rumors started spreading yesterday sometime. And, well, according to 247 Sports, On 3 Sports, they're finalizing a deal right now. So it looks like it will happen. I'm not going to... Well, I've been sitting around like a doctor on call for the past 2 weeks, waiting to see who they're going to hire. So as soon as they do make it official, I'll make a video about it. But I can tell you I'm pleased if it happens. I'm not disappointed at all. Yeah, that will be Penn State's third defensive coordinator in 3 seasons. Because, of course, Manny Diaz took the Duke job last year. And if this guy leaves, they'll be looking for another one. The question is, would he bring any of those guys with him? I'm talking about the players. That happens pretty often. Now, I'm not saying whether he will or not. I don't know. What's up, Gump Man, Jeremy? Cheezels? Matt Doomit? Michael Treese? VicTube? One is good, 2 is better.
One is good, 2 are better, And then if you get 3, well, that's just good business.
Mike Bobo's son is Georgia's starting center next year. God damn. Boy, Kirby's turning into Dabo. What's going on there, man? I don't know, is any good? Paul Feinbaum's an idiot. That's why. Yeah, let's go Commanders. That game was good last night. I watched all the playoff games this weekend. Who does Baltimore play next week? Somebody remind me. Yes, there should be a Lunch Money show tonight, yes. We might have a special guest. Oh, Buffalo, thank you. Yeah, that's going to be a good game. Buffalo and Baltimore. In my opinion, the winner of that game might win the Super Bowl. I'm still sticking with my Baltimore pick, though. Baltimore was easy money this weekend for PigskinPeete. I couldn't believe it when I pulled it up. The over-under for Lamar Jackson rushing yards was like 52 yards or something like that. He got that in the first quarter. I mean, that's 2 weeks in a row. I don't know why they set the over-under for his rushing yards so low. I mean, he averages more than that per game. What's up, Brad? Anthony? Yeah, the Bills are good, but Baltimore, that rushing attack for Baltimore is just insane between Henry and Jackson. I don't see how to defend that. All right, let's take a look at this real quick before we get StreamYard opened up here. So here it is, just like 15 minutes ago. This was posted on 247. Clemson football and Dabo Swinney nearing a deal. Oh, I'm going to put it on the screen. To make Tom Allen next defensive coordinator. Who is Tom Allen, you say? Well, he's the current defensive coordinator at Penn State University. 54 years old. This guy's been coaching since 1992. He's done it all, really. I mean, he's a college guy, too. As far as I can tell, he's never coached in the NFL, but he's been everywhere you can think of in college. On a million different defensive staffs. He's been a head coach a couple of times. At Ole Miss in South Florida. So there you go. Penn State did have a good defense this year. They ranked 7th in total defense, giving up just 16.5 points per game. Their defense really carried them throughout the year. But he wasn't even on my radar until a couple of days ago because I didn't think he was, I didn't see any reason why he'd leave Penn State. So I don't really know what happened between him and Penn State. If Clemson offered him more money or if they were looking to move on. I don't know why they looked to move on from him. They had one of the best defenses in the country, but you never know. But anyway, the only thing that would have pissed me off if he hired, if he promoted, like the same thing he did with Wes Goodwin and promoted from within for somebody who's never been a coordinator before. And that's what a lot of people were worried about. But he took a page out of his own book, whenever they fired the offensive coordinator a couple of years ago. And he went out and got Garrett Riley, out of the house. And that seems to be working out just fine. So Dabo is, he's not fucking around. He's using the portal. He's making coaching changes. And that's why Dabo makes the big bucks. Yeah, Tim the Toolman Taylor. At this point, Dabo's less stubborn than Kirby. Well, I get the criticism of Dabo over the years. There's a lot of reasons to criticize him. But when you come from nowhere like he did in the coaching world and go on a run like Clemson did from 2015 through 2020 or so, it's hard to sustain that success. You know what I mean? Or at that high of a level. And maybe that's a little bit what Kirby's going through right now. It's a learning process. You just don't see it happen very often. I mean, Nick Saban's the only one that I could think of in recent years that really sustained that for a long period of time, which is why he's the greatest of all time. But shout out to Dabo Swinney. He's not done yet. He's trying. That's all we can ask for. You know? All right. Enough of that. I was actually kind of enjoying that music. Good morning, sir.
How are you?
I'm amazing and fantastic. How are you?
Well, I'm glad Mario didn't take till February to hire a DC this time.
Yeah.
that was kind of nice.
And who is it?
Corey Heatherman. He was the DC at Minnesota.
Okay.
This year.
All right.
They were top 5 defense in the nation. Gave up an average like 15.5 points a game.
Okay. So it sounds like you're happy with it.
I mean, I would have been happy if they kept Lance Guidry, but I'm not going to knock hiring a guy that just had a top 5 defense in Minnesota.
Yeah, that's a good point. I knew Minnesota had a decent defense. I didn't know they were that good, though.
I didn't either. You'd have got me in trivia on that one.
Yeah. Well, you know what the naysayers are going to say. Oh, the Big Ten. Nobody scores in the Big Ten anyway. So, of course, there's always going to be something wrong with it.
Oh, sure.
Which is bullshit. But what was his, do you know anything about him? Like, before Minnesota, where was he?
I do not know. I have not had a chance to really look into it and see.
Well, I am your Huckleberry, sir. What's his name again?
Corey, Heatherman.
Heat, Heaterman or Heatherman?
I think it's Heatherman.
Okay, here it is. Yeah, I got it. All right, let's see here. Really, we just like to say, oh, here it is. Let's look at his track record here. And they've already updated the Wikipedia page to current defensive coordinator for the Miami Hurricanes. So it looks like
for being on top of things.
Yeah. Looks like he's been coaching since around 2003. No, sorry, that was when he was playing. He played at somewhere called Fitchburg State. I don't know what the fuck that is. As a quarterback, which is interesting since he's a defensive coordinator. So he coached both offense and defense all throughout his career. So 2006 coaching career, quarterback at Fitchburg State, which was his alma mater. Offensive coordinator for the Corinthian Black Lions, another team I've never heard of. Boy, this is some weird teams here. Kings, PA, Wurzburg Panthers. Is that fucking Canadian football?
That might be. That sounds Canadian.
Yeah. Offensive coordinator. Anyway, Northeastern, Western New England, Old Dominion, Pace, Maine, James Madison, Rutgers, Minnesota, Miami. He made the change from offensive coaching to defensive coaching around 2011, it looks like, 2012, which is interesting. You don't see that very often, a quarterback that ends up being a defensive coordinator in major college football. It's usually the other way around.
That's true, but it also kind of makes sense. Like being a quarterback, you should have some insight on what a defense can do to give you trouble.
Oh yeah, it makes sense. So there you go. I don't know if you're going to know if they're going to make public the terms of the contract or anything. Do you know that?
They usually don't know. That's why I don't believe, everything that's being put out there about Carson Beck. I mean, they didn't pay $4 million for Cam Ward. I don't see them paying $4 million for Carson Beck.
Well, where did that number come from?
If some reporter for the Miami Herald put it out.
Okay. So objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
Well, unless it's kind of like how Cam Ward's was. Like Cam Ward only got around $1 million from Miami's NIL, but he made over 3 with the NIL deal he got from Adidas and Bose.
Right.
So if it's something like that, well, then okay, I could believe that.
Yeah. Are you at all worried about Carson Beck being, let's just say, distracted at all while he's in Miami?
Absolutely. Wouldn't you be?
Yes. That's why I'm asking.
Just being in Miami, period, but
yeah,
you know, he's running around with her as well.
Yeah. Yeah, because at least, like, you know, she was in Miami, he was in, you know, Georgia, so like, and I'm sure they saw each other often, but at least, you know, like during the week they probably were in separate states most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, at least now he doesn't have to drive 12 hours, clap some cheeks.
Yeah, well, that could be a problem.
That could be a problem.
Yeah. It's also interesting.
My biggest criticism of him has been the turnovers. And we heard a lot of that about Cam Ward coming in, and that really wasn't a problem this year. I mean, 7 interceptions and a fumble.
Yeah, I was just about to say exactly what John's saying. He says, not just $4 million for Beck, but if true, the guy may not be fully rehabilitated, should be at least stipulated. So, yeah, that would be my concern about Carson Beck. Is I mean, I don't think he's going to be able to even throw a ball at all until the end of June. I mean, not the end of June, the end of spring sometime. And that's just a couple of months before the season starts.
I'll be honest, I haven't the first clue. I don't know. I mean, I know he's already out of a cast, so I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah, well, that type of surgery, you know, that's the same surgery that pitchers get, the Tommy John surgery or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think it's typically about 4 or 5 months before you can even throw again. So that would put us into April or May, and the season starts in August.
Not good.
So yeah. Plus,
I mean, I wasn't shy about my opinions. I didn't think we needed to go get a quarterback, but we have him. So I mean, it is what it is. And I mean, he's not terrible. He threw for like 3,500 yards. The biggest thing was the turnovers. Listen, it's not a hot take to say that we have a better wide receiver core and O-line than Georgia does.
Yeah. I don't know. I think
it could work out.
Yeah, I guess it could. I mean, I don't think anybody would be upset about getting Carson Beck out of the transfer portal. It's just like, what's going to happen with the guy? Because you remember whenever Ward didn't play the second half, they were like, oh, they're trying to get this guy ready for next year. Well, now Beck's coming in. So
yeah, and I mean, I'd have been fine riding with Emory Williams this year. Like, I mean, people are trying to make the argument that they saw all they needed to see in half of a bowl game. Fucking stop it. That's dumb.
Well, that's just retarded. Yeah, that's dumb. I mean, that reminds me of back in the spring of this past season. I was at the spring game at Clemson, and, you know, Klubnik didn't play well.
No,
but the best quarterback.
Third stringer that did.
Yeah, Pearman.
Yeah.
So everyone was like, Dabo does, you know, he needs to get rid of his loyalty to Klubnik, and he needs to start Pearman. I'm like, hold the fuck on now. Just because of a spring game?
I can understand it a little bit coming out of Clemson specifically because of how loyal he was to DJ and how that worked out.
Yeah. I'm proud of myself. I took heat about Klubnik all the way up until the season started, and I stood my ground with him. I was like, I think people are judging him unfairly too early. Yeah, he had a bad first season. With a new, he was new to the team, we had a new offensive coordinator, and he made a lot of type mistakes that young quarterbacks make. Not everybody's fucking Trevor Lawrence and comes out of high school, you know, winning national championships.
That's true. Like I said, though, I get it fresh on the heels of DJ, though.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, a woman scorn deal, you know. Yeah. I get it. And I was hesitant to, you know, I didn't predict that he was going to have the greatest season that he had, but, you know, I figured he would improve drastically, but which he did.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, my point is, you're right. You can't learn something about somebody from watching half of a bowl game or a spring game even, or whatever.
And I mean, no, he didn't. He didn't play amazingly last season after they benched Van Dyke. But I mean, he played good enough to keep us in the Florida State game. I mean, that was a 5-point game, and obviously we won the Clemson game in 23 with him at the helm. And then he looked. You could definitely see improvement when he got put in the garbage time early in the year against the lower classification teams.
Yeah.
That's why I said I'd have been fine rolling with him. But I was kind of in the minority of the Miami. Well, like most things, I was in the minority of the Miami fan base on that one.
See, now you got to worry about that guy transferring out, which is still a possibility.
You do, but which I think is going to happen, by the way, because more than likely, unless something drastic happens, like injury or something like that, Luke Nickel would be the starting quarterback next year. Not in the 25 season, the 26 season. He's going to be a true freshman this year. I mean, that kid's arguably the best quarterback out of the state of Georgia.
Yeah. So he would be benched for Beck and then benched for that guy 2 years in a row is what you're saying.
Yeah, more than likely.
Yeah.
I mean, unless he just decides to, stick it out and be a backup. And because, I mean, he wasn't exactly a highly touted guy coming out of high school. He was a 3-star guy. But I do think what he lacks in the physical ability, he makes up for gritty player.
Well, and
I mean, look at the Florida State game. He laid it on the line and broke his arm, to get a first down and keep the drive going down the field.
Well, and there's enough, he's played enough actual games now for, if he did enter the portal, that he could go somewhere. I mean, he could go to another Power 4 school.
Probably.
And start, probably. So.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah. Jay wants to know if you bought a Beck jersey yet.
No, I've never bought a player's jersey.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to break that rule over Carson Beck. I mean, here's the thing, though. If Georgia fans are right, I'm wrong. It's not Carson Beck's fault. It's Bobo's fault.
You got to blame somebody, I guess. I don't know. Bobo didn't throw those interceptions, though.
He sure didn't. Now, like I said, that I'm less worried about because, like I said, we heard the same thing about Cam Ward coming into Miami, that he was a turnover machine. And that really wasn't a problem. I mean, I'll take 40 touchdowns and 7 interceptions every single year out of a quarterback if I can get it.
Yeah, that's not what Beck had, though, last season. I mean, he threw 12 interceptions in a span of 5 games or something.
Mm-hmm.
But the year before he was good, so it's not like I don't know. I guess you could chalk it up to maybe he just had a bad season. I'm still of the opinion he needs to dump that girl if he plans on trying to get in the NFL.
Georgia also led the nation in drop passes. Like, their wide receiver core was not helping him.
Yeah, their wide receivers couldn't catch, but every defense they played against could catch Beck's passes.
They could.
They didn't have any problem catching the ball.
That's my point about Ward, though. Like, he had a turnover problem before he came to Miami, and he didn't this year. So I'm hoping that since Shannon Dawson's still the OC, he can take care of that as well.
Also, you just never know. I mean, because obviously Miami is going to have a different offensive system than what Georgia runs. I mean, maybe that system at Georgia just didn't really fit his skill set. I mean, you never know. I mean, like for instance, remember when Bo Nix was at Auburn and he was terrible?
Mm-hmm.
And then he lit it up at Oregon. Different system, different receivers, the whole thing. Different coaches.
This is true.
So you never know.
Well, and my one criticism of Bo Nix when he was at Oregon it wasn't dissimilar to how Georgia was running with Ladd and Brock Bowers. I mean, Bo Nix was a check down king at Oregon.
Yeah. He did lean heavily on McConkey and Bowers the year before, yeah. I mean, those are two great players. So they'll help you out a little bit. I mean, Bowers was like a security blanket. Anytime he, needed to complete a pass, Bowers was always there to get it. Don't be surprised if Bobo is not the offensive coordinator next season. I don't know. I kind of would be now. I feel like if they were going to make a change, they already would have got that ball rolling.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean,
here's my thing too. Kirby's already done it once, in my opinion, with a coordinator that kind of put him in his place. It would take him a lot, I think, to hire another coordinator to do that.
Oh, Dabo didn't waste any time firing Goodwin. It just took him a while to hire somebody. But now, in retrospect, it seems like maybe if Tom Allen was one of his main targets, that he obviously Penn State was still playing. He needed for the season to be over before he could go get him.
Right.
So I mean, they just lost on what was that, Friday?
Yeah, that was Friday.
So today's Monday, and they're already talking about finalizing a deal. That's pretty quick. Nobody said fire. You talking about he might leave on his own? Oh, maybe. Also, unless he plans on just not coaching next year, you think if he's going to leave, he'd leave sooner than later so he can go find a job somewhere else, like now.
Or if he was retiring, he would go ahead and go and, not hold up Kirby. Because that's the big thing. Him and Kirby are friends.
Yeah.
So I don't think he would put Kirby behind the eight ball, which he'd kind of be doing if he hasn't already retired.
Rumors of him stepping down for health reasons. He has lots of money. Oh. Well, somebody in the chat earlier just said that the Bobo's son is going to be the starting center next year. I guess his dad doesn't have to be there for that to be true, but,
Or you can go hang out in a broom closet with Will Muschamp while his kid's on the team.
Yeah, he'll be a advisory role. That's what they like to say.
Well, that's the same thing Will Muschamp's doing. He's one of those analysts in the broom closet. But as far as I know, his son's still on. He's got one son, I think, still on Georgia, if he's still there, and another one at Vanderbilt.
See, this is the chat is the rumors in the chat. Now Jay's saying Georgia's about to hire the Packers offensive line coach for what? For defensive coordinator? I mean, for offensive line coach there or some other position? I don't know. It's rumor season these next couple of months here, especially these next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
That's why even when I heard about this Tom Allen thing, and I was pretty sure that it was accurate, I didn't jump right on YouTube and start just saying we're hiring Tom Allen because I just don't ever trust anything until I see it completely.
Well, I wish some of these Miami fans would take that because there were rumors out there that they were working on a contract with this guy, but nothing had been confirmed. But everybody was running with it like it was the gospel truth.
Yeah, I enjoyed reading the comments. So it was the first time I saw the actual. Well, I heard about it yesterday morning. It was floating all over Twitter about Tom Allen is likely going to be the next head coach or defensive coordinator at Clemson. And then this morning, actually about 15 minutes before the show started here, I was going through there, and On3 posted that it's they're finalizing a deal. So it's a pretty reputable source there. I don't. I was actually a little bit surprised by it. But,
yeah, I mean, honestly, I figured Dabo would go after a big name. And not to say that he didn't necessarily, but there are definitely bigger names out there.
well, that's a big time hire there for him.
I don't disagree, but like I said, Will Muschamp's sitting in a broom closet somewhere.
But I was going through the comments on that post that On3 made on Twitter, and of course it was full of, well, all kinds of different fans, but it was mostly, oh my God, why would he downgrade and go to Clemson? And I'm going, hold on now, downgrade? All right, let's look at the past. Dabo's been the head coach for what, 17 years at Clemson. Let's look at the last 17 years of what Clemson's accomplished in college football and what Penn State's done. I mean, what are we talking about here? I would assume, but this is just an assumption, that Penn State has more money than Clemson is, and it's a much bigger university than Clemson is. But I don't know.
I would make that same assumption.
But I don't know. I mean, Clemson pays their coordinators as good as anybody in the country, so that's never been a real issue. I don't know if they would pay him more, or I'm assuming they would.
I know there on Twitter, there's a whole bunch of Clemson fans hoping Brent Venables is going to get fired.
Yeah, they just need to let that go. Brent Venables is not coming back to Clemson. He's not. That ship has sailed. It was fun while it lasted. Wave goodbye to the ship as it sails over the horizon. You know. I mean, it's fun to fantasize about and all, but I just don't see it happening.
Well, the one rumor I saw on Twitter before anything was that, well, obviously Tim Banks was the first name I saw as connected to Clemson.
Yeah.
And then the second one I saw connected to Clemson and Miami, which honestly, considering how things played out, I don't see it happening for either team, was Al Golden from Notre Dame.
Yeah, I heard a lot of that too. I didn't see that one. I never got excited about it. I mean, if they said they were hiring Al Golden, I would be excited about it, but I never believed it. There was I forget the guy's name now. The other guy that was coming up a lot was the Georgia Tech defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
Who I guess the year before that was the Duke defensive coordinator under, what's his face? Elko.
Yeah. Elko.
Yeah. So, I mean, I wasn't too excited about that name, but he is experienced, which is what I really wanted.
Well, and also if Elko's going to hire him to be defensive coordinator and he's a defensive guy, that's a pretty good ringing endorsement, I would think.
Yeah. And they had a great defense that year, too.
Yeah.
Georgia,
good defense this year.
What, Georgia Tech? Oh, you're talking about at Duke, yeah.
Yeah.
I wish Bama would hire Ryan Grubb from the Seahawks.
Listen, I love college ball way more than NFL. I wouldn't move from the NFL to college in today's football.
You wouldn't move what now?
I said I wouldn't move from the NFL to college in today's football.
Yeah, it seems to be the other way around. People are leaving college to go to the NFL now. I mean, we just saw the what's his name do that? The Boston College head coach last year.
Mm-hmm.
He is what? I think he's the Packers defensive coordinator now.
Well, you can get just as much, in most cases, more money, and work half as much.
Yeah. I mean, some guys I think just enjoy, like Dabo's one of those guys for sure. Like all the rumors about him going to the NFL over the years, I guess it's possible it could happen, but he just not. He doesn't fit me as an NFL guy. I think he likes being around young people. He likes being, like a mentor type person. Instead of dealing with a bunch of prima donna millionaires.
Yeah. Mario Cristobal's another one I don't see going to the NFL at all.
Yes, yeah, I wouldn't see. I wouldn't think that would be a good fit either. Most of the time, it's not a good fit.
His biggest strength is null and void in the NFL because his biggest strength is recruiting.
Yeah, right. I mean, most coaches that have made the jump from college to the NFL hasn't worked out. I mean, there's only been a couple of, like Jimmy Johnson was one example that worked, obviously.
I think there's three, really two and a half. Jimmy Johnson, Pete Carroll, and then...
what about Barry Switzer?
Barry Switzer was handed Jimmy's team when Jerry Jones fired Jimmy.
Yeah.
That team was on cruise control to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, you too, dog behind Amy Line says, have a great week, everybody. Well, I'm alone.
Poor Pete. You and me both.
Which I'm not used to. Mrs. Peete is currently on a flight headed out to the desert. So, well, I say I'm alone. I got my kids here. So I'm not really alone.
Right now.
Huh?
That's it, but they're at school right now.
Yeah, they're at school right now. So I don't know what to do with myself when I'm alone. I don't have anybody to yell at and complain about shit to.
Well, that's not even getting into the fact that, a lot of times, much like myself, you require adult supervision.
That's another thing. Yeah, I might burn the house down or something.
Miss Pete come back from the desert. Well, what had happened was...
I had to talk around. So they're trying to figure out what to do while they're in Vegas, and they're trying to plan like a day-long excursion to go. You know what the Red Rocks is, right?
Yeah.
And so it's only like 30 or 40 minutes outside of Vegas. Not far from there.
I didn't realize it was that close.
So there's different options. Like you can either hop on one of those giant tour buses with 100 other people, and they drive you around and stop and let you get out and do whatever, which kind of sucks. I'd want to do it on my own. Yeah. So the other option is you can, it's not, I forget what the name of the service is, where, you know how people rent their own cars out to other people? I forget what service it's called.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about, which, by the way, may be the dumbest idea in the history of ideas.
Well, so it's funny you say that, because she was looking at in Vegas, that service a couple of weeks ago. She was looking into it, and there was like 250 different cars that were available to rent through that service. And after the Vegas bombing at the Trump hotel, because that was the service the guy used to rent the Cybertruck.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, so she looked the other day, and there was like 2 cars on there. Like everybody took their name, or their cars out of that company. Yeah, Turo, that's what it's called. Turo, Turo. Anyway,
Enterprise is still a thing.
Yeah, this is cheaper. Like Turo is easier because you can just you get it for the day. It's like $100. The rental cars cost more than that. Plus you got to go. I don't know. I think Turo is just easier. I think they might even bring the car to you. You know what I mean? But
listen, I'm not renting my car out to somebody. That's just not.
Well, you know what people do, and I get it. It's sort of like Airbnb for cars. I mean, so let's say you can't really afford to drive a Mercedes G-Wagon, but you want a Mercedes G-Wagon, so you buy a Mercedes G-Wagon, and then you rent it out a few times a month to help pay your car payment. I think that's really what it is.
Well, I mean, those companies have been around forever. I mean, this was several years ago, but I mean, I've told the story before. There was an exotic car rental place down in Florida, and we were down there on vacation, and I, rented a Countach for a couple of days just so I can drive a Lamborghini around.
So she was looking for an alternate way if they weren't be able to use this Turo service because nobody's renting their cars out there anymore. So she sends me this. It's a fucking, I don't even know what you call it. I call it a dune buggy. It's one of those vehicles that has two wheels on the front and one wheel in the back.
Oh yeah, I think it's it's Can-Am.
Like what? Yeah, something like that.
Something.
Yeah, it looks similar to that. I don't think it's that brand, but that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, so we could rent this. It's like $150 for the day. And so she was talking about driving out to the desert, to the Red Rocks, driving around in the canyons in that fucking dune buggy. I was like, hold on now. She can't.
Listen, I think that's a great idea.
She can't hardly drive a regular car, Slim. I mean, what? Her and BA out there. First of all, there's no GPS out there. They get lost. She might drive off a fucking cliff.
I mean, just make sure the insurance is paid up before they leave.
Yeah. And, so I don't know if she's going to do it. I strongly discouraged her, I try to discourage her from doing it. She's going to do what she wants to do.
Listen, but if she does it, you need to do two things. You need to make sure the insurance is paid, and then you need to go get a gym membership.
Why the gym membership?
Because you're going to be dating again. You need to work on your ass.
Oh, okay. I got you. Well, if I need to get in shape, I could just call Sleeta. He'll help me out. He's got a working and motivation YouTube channel, working out and fitness and motivation YouTube channel. Huh.
Hell, he could probably help you with some dating pointers too.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we'll just do the opposite of whatever he says.
Listen, as funny as I agree it is, I mean, he's got more practice at it here of late than you do.
I don't even know if that's true. I'm serious. I've been married 18 years. I bet he hasn't had a girlfriend in 18 years. Because I don't know. I've only known about Sleeta since I've been on YouTube, so whatever, 7 years. But I mean, he's not. Trust me, if he had a girlfriend, he would be. That's all he would talk about on YouTube. He hasn't talked about having a girlfriend ever, so I don't think he's had one.
Well, he did have a date with a chick. They went on that camping trip. Remember?
Oh, this?
That happened to me. This woman that I liked for a year or so, I invited her to hang out with my friends at a camping trip in the mountains in 2009 or 10 was it? And she wound up just basically when we got there, walking around, basically ignoring me. And I drove up there, by the way, with her, and in my car, and she wound up making out and fucking some dude in the same tent that I was sleeping in. I was like, yeah, that is tough. That was the worst feeling I ever had. I mean, I've had feelings where I've been attracted to other women, talking to them, and I know they're probably out screwing with other guys, but that's their right. I can't control it. We're not dating.
It's their right.
But that was the worst feeling, is to have a woman that I was really attracted to and really liked drive up with me to the mountains for a camping trip, hiking trip, and then she fucked some dude like just that she met during the day.
Oh, good God.
That does suck, but yeah.
Yeah, it would suck.
What makes it even worse, though, is you're going to tell that fucking story on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, listen, if that had ever happened to me at some point, I wouldn't be sharing that shit on the internet.
You know what I got out of that? She used him for a ride.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's like, and I drove us up there. So she probably was like, her friends probably invited her, hey, do you want to come on this camping trip? And she's like, fuck, I don't have a way to get there. But I know someone who does have a car. So she calls Sleeta. It's like, hey, Sleeta, do you want to go on a camping trip with me? And he's like, oh, yeah, this bitch wants to, she likes me. No, she just needed your car, dude.
Right. I guess she got 2 free rides.
Oh, boy.
Well, I mean, according to you, Vic, she should have just invited Sleeta because, 3 is just good business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 is good, 2 is
one
better.
Is good, 2 are better, And
okay.
then if you get 3, well, that's just good business.
So she should have invited Sleeta and somebody else, and
Yeah, I wonder.
Business deal.
See, I wish he would have told the rest of that story. Did he get mad and leave her there? That's what I would have done.
Probably. That's probably what he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm with you. I'd have been gone.
Yeah, I'm guessing that he did not take her home. Is what I'm guessing.
I'm guessing he sat there and just listened to it. That's my guess.
Oh God. There's a term for that.
There is a term for that.
Mm-hmm. Cuckold.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's more like a king.
What's up, Scott? How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. How are you? I thought you'd be on your way to Vegas.
No, I don't go until the 25th.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, my wife's on her way there right now.
All right. So it's girls' night, and then it's guys' night. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right.
Love how these girls couldn't come up with their own original idea. So they just decided to bite off y'all's idea.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yes, who all is going besides BA and Mrs. P?
It's just them two.
And get us them too.
Yep. So, see what?
So no traveling fool's wife, none of that. Oh wow.
No, they invited.
YouTube wives would be going.
Yeah, well, they invited several other women. They just couldn't go.
Yeah. It is.
I mean, it's not cheap to go out there. I mean,
Oh hell no.
now the room is free, but nothing else is.
Right. Once they got you, they got you.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're a big gambler, I mean, the room's going to be your biggest expense.
Yeah, and they're
If I
not.
send my wife, the room would be the biggest expense because she's not a big gambler.
Yeah, they're not big gamblers. They'll play a little bit, but they're not like us who will sit in the casino for 12 hours straight like a fucking bunch of idiots.
I'm sure they'll go see shows is what they'll do.
Yeah, they got a ticket to a
Soleil.
yeah, they got a show ticket. I got them some Groupon deal where they get like a free lunch at this place, then they get a free happy hour, and then they get a dinner.
Yeah, they're gonna do the dune buggy.
Yeah, they're going to go to the Red Rock Canyon. So, and if I'm guessing, they'll probably spend a lot of time walking around and going into shops and window shopping. You know what I mean? That's what women like to do. And Vegas is a great place to do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, the indoor mall there, all of that. Yeah. Yeah, you can do plenty of shopping, and you can drop a hell of a lot of money too shopping there.
And they're staying at Huffer Paw's favorite casino and hotel.
Was it the?
Paris.
Paris.
Yeah.
Vegas has got one of those. You were talking about on the last midday show. You were talking about PSA. Vegas has got a gun store that rents out automatic weapons too.
Yes, I know.
Yes, they do. Yep. Right off the strip.
Great business decision. It's called the gun store.
Well,
I think you can rent a tank, there too if you wanted to.
There's one of those places that does that in Alabama. It's like $100 for 4 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wouldn't it be nice to show up in your neighborhood in a tank?
Hey man, I'd drop $100 to play with a tank for 4 hours.
I would too. Do you get to blow stuff up?
I mean, I would assume so. I haven't done a deep dive into the company.
It seems like the ammunition for a tank would be quite pricey.
So what kind of tank is it?
It's the tank. What do you mean? What kind of tank is it?
Is it like a modern tank? Is it like one of those?
Yeah, I don't think it's a modern tank. It's probably a tank from like the 60s or 70s. Is what I'm guessing. It's not a modern Sherman tank or anything like that.
You mean modern Abrams?
Or modern Abrams. You're right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like Shermans is probably exactly what they have, like World War II style Shermans.
Yeah. Probably.
Spank says he thinks you just drive around like in a junkyard. It's almost like, just driving over crushed cars and shit, probably.
That'd be fun as hell.
Yeah. I mean, they at least let me shoot that gun once, man, and blow something up.
Right.
I mean, listen,
if you ever hit the lottery, you'll know if I do, because I will have a tank. It's perfectly legal.
You gonna have a tank in your driveway there, Slim?
Hey, to your point, I'll drive that motherfucker through McDonald's drive-through and get my my sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin.
You know that movie? It's a really dumb movie. I guess shit. What's it called? It's with that comedian, the pothead comedian, and he goes to North Korea to hang out with kids.
Seth Rogen and
Seth Rogen.
Yeah, Seth Rogen.
The interview.
Yeah.
Interview.
Remember they get
James Franco.
They get like high as shit, and then fucking Kim Jong Il's like, "You want to see my tank?" And they go get in the fucking tank.
Seth Rogen.
Oh God.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Slim, I haven't heard this, so forgive me, but what's your reaction to Carson Beck going to Miami? Are you elated, happy, or sad?
I mean, it is what it is.
Where it hurts on your body.
Kind of in the middle, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the middle. Like, there's pros and cons to it.
I mean, yeah, Slim wanted to start Emory Williams, but...
So they're going to kick Cam Ward to the curb, basically? Or is he,
well, he's going to the NFL.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
He's out of eligibility. Besides, I mean, he very well might be the first overall pick. I mean,
he should be.
You're going to the NFL at that point.
I mean, the Titans need a quarterback, so.
Well, a lot of people said he did it for love. I think he did it for both. I think he did it for the moolah and love.
Well, I'm about to say $4 million is a hell of a motivator.
It sure is.
I'm going to be the elephant in the room here and just state the obvious. He better go ahead and put a ring on that thing, because he is not a good-looking guy. He looks like a fucking alien.
Lamborghini. He doesn't have the Lamborghini anymore.
You better put the ring on it while you got a chance.
Yeah. She's like
now. See, what's the over/under percentage that he fucks this up by trying to get her and her sister in bed?
No,
wow.
Well, he is in Miami.
Yeah.
So rules change in Miami.
I'm just saying, she's got a twin sister that looks exactly like her.
Yeah.
I mean, you could very easily. I thought it was you, baby.
Oh no.
Saying that he might get confused.
It could happen.
Yeah, but no woman's gonna believe that. Well, if she's smart, she's not gonna believe it.
Maybe she offers, though.
Yeah, well, maybe.
I mean, if she offered, what would you do?
Hey, man, at that point, if he doesn't have an NFL career, he'll have a hell of a career on OnlyFans with the two of them.
If one is good, two is better.
So. Yeah, exactly.
That is right.
What's up, guys?
I guess then all you got to do is call her mom and make it 3.
Oh my God! I'm pretty sure now that's borderline illegal. What you're doing there?
Well, it might be.
Maybe not in Florida. What's up, Ballard?
Not much, man. Just been busy, working, being a man, all that.
Yeah. Speaking of girlfriends.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. How's that going?
I guess it's going all right. She's going to be visiting in February around Valentine's weekend.
Is this a long-distance relationship?
Yeah, she's in Arkansas.
Oh.
We met halfway in December. We met actually in Memphis, and had a date. But we talk every day and everything, and it's going really
Ballard,
good.
you came to Memphis and you didn't hit me up. I'd have come and bought you lunch.
I had to be at work the next day, and I had to work that Friday. I just
Slim, he just didn't want to see you, buddy. He didn't want to see you.
I see that.
Yeah.
Nothing personal, Slim.
So forgive me for not knowing already. But so how did you end up with a girlfriend in a different state? Like where'd you meet her?
Facebook dating.
Oh, Facebook dating.
Yeah. Told you at work.
Damn.
Yeah. I was so close to getting off of there too, because I was just like, screw it, man, this isn't working out. But then I matched up with her, and we just had constant communication and everything, and we have a lot in common, and just everything's worked out.
All right, let me write this down. Facebook dating. When Mrs. Peete drives that dune buggy off of a cliff, I'm gonna need to figure out how to date again. So I guess that would be my first try there.
Oh my gosh.
Well, also remember the bus stop, the bowling alley, and church.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got this one guy at church. He, when I first met him, he was joking around because he's like 33 and single, and he's like he's a stud. He looks really good, but like he can't get a date. And so he was making jokes. He's like, man, I'm gonna have to start up a women's prison ministry or something to get me going. Like,
damn.
A women's prison ministry.
I said, bro, you gotta slow down.
I mean, listen, I've heard way worse ideas on my time on this earth.
He said we gotta go lay hands and minister.
And maybe I
Oh my God.
Facebook.
So where are you laying those hands at, though, Vic?
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, I think you know where I'm laying those hands.
God, stop. You're buying into the stereotype. Don't do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my hands on.
Don't lay your hands on the coochie snatch, Vic.
Well, I mean, Big voted for Trump, so he's going to grab him by the pussy.
Well, see, this is just telling, like Ballard just said, that guy at his church is like 33 years old, good looking, but he can't get a date. So that begs the
bookstore.
That begs the question. That begs the question: why can't he get a date?
Well, I mean, you voted for Trump too, so.
Is he on some internet list that's keeping him from getting a date?
He might be, but I don't know.
He's got zero game.
Is he a single man? Has he been divorced or what?
No, he's just single. He says he's dated girls in like high school, but like.
I figured it out. He's gay.
He might be.
Yeah.
Has he ever done?
Hey, listen.
Has he ever been to prison, Ballard?
Not to my knowledge.
No.
But it's funny. It's funny because we have our men's group on Monday nights.
Oh, men's group. So he goes to church to join the men's group.
Right.
Yeah, he's gay.
And he's always asking us afterwards if we want to go eat somewhere, and I'm like, okay, cool.
All right, there you go.
He's trying to take you on a date.
Oh man, he's a groomer. He's
Sounds lonely to me, Ballard.
He's trying to groom Ballard.
Yeah.
I'd be careful. Next thing you know, you have a dick in your ear.
Well, he checks all the boxes. Spends all his time at church in the men's group. 33 years old. I dated women in high school.
Get dinner on Mondays.
Yeah. Hell, you've been on more dates with him than women have, Ballard.
All right.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Is he a youth minister? Please tell me no. Please tell me no. Please tell me no.
He is not.
Okay, thank God.
Okay, good. So have you ever
dodged a bullet on that one?
So have you ever gone to eat with him, Ballard, or?
With the guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I eat with them every Monday night. Or close to it, at least, because I love, hanging out with the guys, but, I always tell them, like,
this is the sausage factory, and we need to stop doing this.
Yeah.
Oh man. Ballard, did you graduate yet?
From college?
Yeah.
No, I'll probably graduate in the summer.
Oh, okay.
I'll take the summer semester, I'll graduate, and then I'll go to UAB in the fall.
Oh.
Go to UAB.
Yep.
You'll have a new team.
Yep.
You got a good college football coach there at UAB.
Well, he just got fired.
I'm about to say, isn't Trent Dilfer the coach there?
Trent Dilfer got fired. Yeah, he got fired. He got fired like after 3 games or something.
No, it ain't been working out.
Yeah, so it's Trent Dilfer.
I don't even know who they got. I don't think they've gotten anybody. Or they had an interim, obviously, but I don't know who.
Okay, so
That was a bad firing too. Didn't he like talk shit in a press conference about his own bosses or something? I don't know. They definitely was not an amicable split or whatever.
That's what Ed Reed did. That's why he got fired before he ever signed the contract.
Yeah, talking shit about your boss will do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't never talk shit about your bosses. That's a life lesson. Yeah. Not in front of them anyway.
I still ain't learned that life lesson.
I always thought Trent Dilfer was kind of a dick, honestly. Even when he was on TV, like he's pretentious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I never really liked him.
See, he gave me the impression, and see, this is just me seeing him just from TV. He gave me the impression he could have been possibly like a Dan Campbell, that went to with the Lions. That he gave me that thought. Okay, I can really coach young men.
Yeah.
But obviously, I was wrong.
Yeah, that's kind of his. That's kind of what makes him kind of arrogant. Like he acted like he was like the smartest football mind in the fucking history of the world or something.
Hey, listen, you go back to that Super Bowl, and that entire year, Trent Dilfer is not the reason the Ravens won that Super Bowl.
No.
He was just as bad there as he was in Tampa Bay.
No, he was just managing the team when he played for the Ravens, yeah.
Wait a minute, I thought when Joe Flacco won that Super Bowl for the Ravens.
Where are you going? He's talking about the one before.
2000.
Yeah, the one before that.
Oh.
Yeah, one of the greatest defenses of all time, the 2000 Ravens.
Absolutely. Damn, they were like the Iron Wall, per se, like the Steelers, yeah.
Oh, yeah, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I was talking about you last night, Slim. After the Bucks game. What happened?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They lost by a field goal.
Yeah, I know. I saw the whole game.
Yeah, join us on the couch, Slim.
They pretty much shut down Baker Mayfield, to my dismay, because I bet on Baker Mayfield to have a certain amount of yards and all that, and he didn't even come close to it.
Do it.
I mean, I don't think their intention wasn't really to run the ball, because the last time I looked at it, I mean, he only had 3 incompletions. He was like 15 of 18.
Yeah, 15 of 18 for less than 200 yards, whatever it was.
Yeah.
180 yards.
Like, they were mainly running the ball.
Oh. They had a chance to win it. They fucked it up.
Yeah, so what was up with that clock management at the end of the game?
Yeah, I was screaming at the TV.
Dude, I've been screaming about clock management since Todd Bowles took over. That is not his strong suit.
Yeah, well, I was like...
Yeah, why?
Dude, last year against the fucking Lions in the playoffs, there's like 40 some odd seconds left, and Todd Bowles got 2 timeouts, and he just says, fuck it, takes an
Yeah, I think this guy doesn't know that he has timeouts or something.
I'm with you.
Inside of 2 minutes, he had like, remember when it was like 1 minute, 52 seconds, and he just let the clock run.
Yeah, they ran the ball. They stopped him. They only got like a 2-yard run, and he just let 30 seconds. You got less than a minute. You're 2 scores down, dude.
Yeah, and then and then Dan Quinn actually called the timeout. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind Todd Bowles, but God, he's got to work on his clock management.
That was terrible.
I mean, if you got to hire somebody like Mario did to slap you in the back of the head and go, "Hey, dummy, call a timeout," well, then so be it. Hire him.
Yeah, maybe they should hire you for that job, Slim.
Hey, I will slap Todd Bowles in the head as many times a game as necessary.
Didn't Dirk, you remember before we got BA, we had Dirk Cutter Oh my God, he was bad about timeouts and everything too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, well,
Cutter.
that whole era before Bruce Arians kind of runs together into one big pile of shit. I think Greg
Yeah.
Schiano was in there somewhere too, and
Yeah, and
Yeah, Lovie Smith.
Raheem,
oh yeah, I forgot about the Black Santa Claus, Lovie Smith.
yeah, don't
God
forget
damn it.
Raheem Morris. Yeah.
Yep.
So Notre Dame or Ohio State?
Oh,
I'll tell you what.
you know,
Ohio State.
To Ohio State to win, I'm taking Notre Dame to cover the 9.5.
oh yeah, this will be one of the better. Like, shoot, this could be a classic championship game. But I
Dude,
would
listen,
take Ohio State in a heartbeat, though.
I would not be mad if the ghost of Osama bin Laden showed up and clacked off a vest in midfield. I want somebody to drop a nuke on. I don't want either team to win. Fuck them both.
Yeah.
Wow, Slim. Tell us how you really feel, Slim. Gee, some terrorist attack on the damn college football championship. Wow.
I'm pulling for the Irish. I'm not even trying to hide it. I even had my damn leprechaun hat on during the game last week.
Well, as a Miami fan, I'm not legally allowed to pull for Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And then
Not legally.
fuck Ohio State. I'm still in my feelings over that goddamn Fiesta Bowl bullshit.
I hate them both. And how do they both lose this game? Let's talk about that. Can we
That's
just
why I said, man, the ghost of Osama bin Laden show up and clack off a vest.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll be rooting for Rudy, but I think Ohio State will win.
Yeah. And
The only thing I don't, honestly, man, like Ohio State trademarked the word "the." They're a bunch of crybabies, soft as tissue, and then Notre Dame. The only thing I have with Notre Dame is, and like I guess I'm kind of show they won't join a conference, and they're so weird about their athletics and all these other sports.
but
See, I don't even care about joining. Like, if I had my way, fucking Miami go independent tomorrow. Fuck this conference.
I mean, why would they at this point? You know they're getting $20 million for playing in this game. They don't have to split it with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And Ohio State's getting $20 million. They have to split it with everybody else in the Big Ten.
Which, by the way, once again proves how Notre Dame is just raw dogging the ACC.
Oh yeah.
Because they get a split of the money from ACC teams in the playoffs.
Yeah. Boy, they're geniuses. They're fucking everybody over.
They are, man.
I wouldn't go join a comp. Why would you?
Exactly.
I mean, and most of their fans don't want to for that reason. It's like, I mean, why? We got everyone by the balls. Why would we do what you want us to do? They would have to be forced into it somehow, but that's
the committee's not going to do that.
That's not going to happen.
In 2020, the ACC had their chance to force Notre Dame to join the ACC.
Well, they could have tried. I don't know if they would have succeeded or not.
Gentlemen, I got to go again. I got to call.
All right, see you later, Scott. Yeah, they could try, but I don't know if they would have succeeded in 2020.
That would have been their best chance for it to succeed.
That, you know that you can that you can join the ACC, so we'll save the season for you. You'll get to play this year, but you have to join the ACC permanently.
Yeah. Well, Jim Phillips is a big pussy, so I don't know what else to tell you.
I'm still trying to figure out how they worked off that deal where they get a revenue split of ACC money, but they don't have to split any of their revenue.
Yeah. It was kind of like Notre Dame was saying to the ACC, you need us more than we need you.
Like that's some mob type shit right there.
Yeah.
Well, that was just not true. I mean, in 2020, I mean, without the ACC inviting them to join, yeah, they don't play football in 2020. So.
Well, you can thank Clemson for not letting Notre Dame win an ACC championship.
Right. There's that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are forever indebted.
Bama that beat them in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How fucking irate is Brian Kelly?
Oh yeah. He's fiery.
He's so angry.
Boy, they're getting the Notre Dame fans are getting the last laugh with him, aren't they?
I know, yeah. Brian,
Well, if they win it, they will. Because I mean, don't forget, Brian Kelly did make a national title game.
Well,
Brian never won a playoff game.
yeah.
He didn't win a playoff game, but he did make the national title game. And what was that? 2012.
2012, 2013, because he played. As I remember, Eddie Lacy was running all up and down their ass.
Well, Freeman's got 2 playoff wins now, so that's 2 more than Brian Kelly.
Right, he only has one semifinal win, but which is still more than BK.
It wasn't just the fact that he left and went to LSU; it was what he said on his way out that pissed him off, and I get it. He basically said, like, I can't win here. I got to go down there, where the money is and the talent is, to win. And well, newsflash, he's not winning.
Here's the thing: if he had said that I'm leaving for the money because Notre Dame's cheap and left it at that, I mean, I'd have agreed with him because it came out what he was making.
Well, he was making it. I'm sure that had something to do with it. Obviously, it did. It's a lot of money that LSU gave him, but he was making it sound like that the University of Notre Dame was keeping his arms tied to where he couldn't build the team or coach the team the way that he wanted to, as far as recruiting and all that.
As it turns out, not true, because Marcus Freeman has Notre Dame in the national championship.
Well, no, it is true. Like, Notre Dame is much less talented than Ohio State, than Penn State. I guess this just either proves that Marcus Freeman's a better coach, or he's got better coaches around him.
He doesn't have the talent of Ohio State or Georgia or Penn State or. Yeah.
They got some studs on that team.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they got some players, but his statement that they are less talented and because of the restrictions that Notre Dame will not come off of, it limits the talent he gets. I mean, that is true. But I think Marcus Freeman's just proven that you can get a little more out of that talent than what he was getting.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for that week 1 game against Clemson, LSU and Clemson.
Oh, yeah.
Hell, week 1, you got LSU, Clemson, Miami, Notre Dame.
And thank God it's not a neutral site game. It's in Clemson.
Right.
God, I can't remember the last time we had a big game on campus to open the season. It's been a while.
I haven't even looked to see where that Miami Notre Dame game is, whether it's in South Bend or if it's in Miami.
Is it on campus? I mean, it's not neutral?
I don't know. I haven't looked.
Oh.
That's the Miami Notre Dame game.
Yeah, Marcus Freeman did go to Ohio State. That's right. Imagine this.
Now, that'll be the question for Notre Dame. Like, if he beats Ryan Day, do they fire Ryan Day and go after Freeman? Because, once again, that Brian Kelly was right in the fact that, Notre Dame is also cheap with their head coaches. I mean, how long was he there? And he was making like $4 million a year. So he's way under the curve as far as college football goes.
He was there for a long time. He was there. Well, I'm sure it was more than 10 years. Yeah.
He was. That's why he's the winningest coach in Notre Dame history.
Yeah, I mean, if Ohio State was to offer Marcus Freeman, that's a hard job to turn down.
Yeah, so
especially since it's his alma mater. But even if it wasn't, I mean, the resources they got there, the way that they can recruit and pay players, that's hard to turn down.
This offseason is going to be awesome because I get to poke fun even more at Florida State fans because that's who Alabama's got to play.
Did y'all see what Deion said?
No, what?
I try and actively avoid what Deion says.
He wants to coach his sons in the NFL.
No. Well, first of all, there was rumors floating around that the Raiders were strongly interested in Deion and he was interested in taking the job or whatever. But then the Raiders came out after that and said, no, it's just not true. We're not interested in Deion.
So Deion for head coach? Or?
Yeah. But so they had their first coaches and players meeting of 2025 at Colorado. I guess it was yesterday. It was either yesterday or Saturday. And he addresses the team and says, I've been praying on this day for a long time. Now I get to be a coach and not a dad.
Okay.
It's like, what?
Yep. Okay. So I guess that means.
That's the stage, Mom.
I guess.
I mean,
that's saying.
I guess what he's trying to say is that I don't have to worry about my kids anymore. Now I can just fuck with all of you.
I guess.
I don't even know what that means. And if I was on the team before that, I'd be mad. I'd be like, so wait, hold on now. What were you doing before?
Yeah, right.
I mean, he basically admitted that he was just trying to get his kids in the NFL. Now I can actually focus on the team. That's what he said.
Yep, I'm coming back. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, if they win 4 games again, he's out of town on the first thing smoking.
I think he means that he can just be a coach instead of being a dad and a coach.
I know. It just didn't sound right.
It doesn't sound right, but I'm actually surprised because didn't he I mean, it at least seemed for a while, like these past couple years, because when he was at Jackson State, weren't his kids over there too, and they came with him to Colorado?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been coaching his kids since they were in fucking Pee Wee.
Right.
Yeah. Everywhere they've gone.
But now all of a sudden he's like, man, I can't wait to get the monkey off my back. Like I can't wait to get them out of here.
Yeah.
Like,
about Dion Jr. Yeah, what's the deal with him? Or
Dion Jr.
I mean, yeah, he didn't ever play football. I mean, I thought he had another kid called Dion Jr.
Oh, I don't know.
I know he's got a daughter that left Colorado.
I had another kid called.
And he tried raising a stink about that until his ex-wife told him to shut up or she's going to start running her mouth. And Dion showed some sense and shut up.
Yeah, he didn't want that smoke.
Yeah, you don't want that ex-wife smoke.
No. Yeah, you don't want current wife smoke, much less ex-wife smoke.
Yeah, right. No, he said that he was, and of course all coaches say this, but he said that Colorado is going to be his last job. That's what he said like a couple of months ago. Well, first of all, you remember when he got mad? It was after a game. It might have been after they lost their last game. I don't remember. Of the regular season. But the post-game press conference, he's sitting there. The athletic director of Colorado is sitting at the table with him. And they start asking Dion about his plans for the future of the Colorado. And he's like whether he's going to be there or not. And he's like, first of all, it's extremely disrespectful to ask me about my job status in front of my boss. Like what am I going to say?
Right.
So he was right about that. But then he followed up with the whole this will be the last job I have. I'm all in, committed to Colorado. I'm not going anywhere else. Thing.
Yeah, my kickstand. Is down.
My kickstand is down. Yeah.
I think it's because nobody else wants him.
Well, there is that. I mean, he could go somewhere else. I don't think you'd see him go to a team that's like an Alabama or Georgia or Miami even. I mean, I just
no.
I mean, like, I don't know. Somebody would like Texas Tech maybe, something like that.
It'd have to be like a tier 2, tier 3 in the Power 4.
Right.
Be a big time.
Yeah, we got Nate is here.
Oh, you don't say, Vic.
Meet the group.
Is Vic my what do you call it?
From the sounds of it, you need to stop talking shit to Mike Vick because he's about your guardian angel.
Yeah.
Stop mistreating Vic Tube.
Well, I only mistreat Vic too just for Slav Olympics. That's about it.
Well, I said the Slav Olympics is a team event now, so.
Yeah, whatever.
So what are you gonna do, Nate, if we if we end up on the same team, yeah, then we can't. Then I guess we can't be rivals. So.
No, I don't. I think Lou would be wise to separate us. But
Yeah, I think that Lou and Pete will make sure that we're on opposite teams. But yeah.
I think you need to make sure y'all are on the same team.
Yeah.
if that happens, I'm not gonna tell you.
Like,
So
put some makeup and get along and deal with your problems.
Yeah. There you go.
I'll be like a Michigan fan. He'll be like a Ohio State fan that doesn't really talk that much. Just look at each other and say, "What are you looking at?" Basically.
No, I think we have to put you on different teams. I mean, I can't tell Lou how to draft. He can draft. If he drafts you both two first and second, there's nothing I can do about it.
Right.
You know.
Right. Yeah. Or if you, or if you draft me first and then draft Nate. But
Yeah.
Either one works.
so when is the draft gonna be?
We haven't really figured that out yet.
I guess probably won't be after until after the Vegas.
Yeah, probably after the Vegas trip, sometime in February. I mean, the cruise is in early March, so we don't have that much time. But
Yeah, I would say like mid February or something like that.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, we have to spend a couple of weeks promoting it so people can watch that shit show of a draft.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what made y'all decide to do a draft instead of just individual? Like, was it just to try to do something different this year with the competition?
It's because it's on a cruise. That's why.
Yeah, it's on a cruise. Time is an issue. So.
Crowd is the issue.
I got you.
Yeah, I mean, every other year we've done this.
People are gonna want to hang out on the cruise, obviously, and like.
Yeah, that's why we're going.
Yes, the Slav draft is going to be bigger than the NFL draft.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, that goes without saying.
With the first
That's like
pick,
saying water's wet.
It'll be good too because you get the teams and then we can talk shit to each other for a few weeks. You know,
yeah.
leading up. Oh.
Yeah, it'd be fun because I know we haven't suggested any games yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be hilarious and fun, which is always are. So.
Yes.
It'd be funny.
Did you find a roommate yet, Nate?
What's up?
Did you find a roommate yet?
Oh yeah, Nick DTV is my roommate.
Yeah, he's rooming with Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish you both Godspeed.
See, Nate's parents got like the nicest room you can get, and they put Nate down by the engine room.
Yeah.
Hey man,
Yeah.
listen, I was down by the engine room on that cruise I took. Don't knock it till you try it.
I mean, you're right. I shouldn't judge it by looks. So you're right.
I mean, you get that little hum of the motor, and you get a little bit of rocking down there. Boy, I slept so good.
I mean, yeah, I might sneak my what do we call it? Meditation music.
Meditation
What?
music. Since when did you
What
start
the hell?
meditating?
I like soundscape sounds, like ocean sounds or whatever.
Well, you're gonna be on a boat.
Well,
Yeah,
You
I'm
will
saying
wake up
the ocean sounds come free.
sleep on
Dude, you
the
can
boat.
literally like hear it through the wall and stuff. I'm sure.
Well,
Like, you need-
I won't be outside sleeping though. Huh?
Open your
you
window.
could. Yeah, open the window or the
I
door.
don't think. I think he's like.
He has a window.
Yeah, he doesn't have.
A window.
He doesn't have a window room.
Oh, he got a room with no window?
Yeah.
You got
Wow.
an interior.
It's an interior.
See, I got screwed.
It's an interior.
It's called cheap. What? It's called cheap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Nate. How about you just be happy that your parents are paying for you to go on a cruise?
Exactly.
Meh. All right.
Yeah, that's what we get mostly.
Of course I'm right.
Yeah, you're coming off as awfully unappreciative right now, Nate.
He sounds a little bit perturbed.
Yeah.
I'm always perturbed.
Yes.
Yeah.
We gotta go to the.
What?
Nothing.
No, I was talking about that. Sorry.
We're going to-
Nate always calls when he's in the car.
I've noticed that.
Yeah.
Well, I work mornings, so
So you're coming home from work like while I'm doing the midday show? Is that what it is?
unfortunately, yes.
What do you mean, unfortunately?
Why is that unfortunate?
He wants to be working.
No, I would rather not be working while you streaming, right? So,
Oh.
I'm about to say, I think it's the exact opposite. Like if Nate had his way, he would never work.
yeah, that's my point. I don't want to get fired, so.
Yeah. I don't know. What time do you go in?
Well, I get there at 6. So yeah, 6:45 a.m.
To 12?
to 11. Yeah, so close.
Oh, that's not bad hours. You got the whole afternoon to yourself.
Yeah, mostly dishwashing.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Good job.
You didn't leave the dishwasher on, did you, Nate?
No. There's another dishwasher guy that arrived on time before I left, so he took my spot while I left. So yes,
Being really
yes. If you have any questions from our dad, or no?
Any questions for your dad?
I mean,
I don't think we have enough time for that. I'll tell you, I'll have a bunch of questions for him whenever I see him.
okay.
see me on the cruise.
Yeah.
Do I sound like him?
Do you sound like him?
No.
No.
Okay.
You sound like Nate, and your dad sounds like your dad.
Because I know some people from genes and stuff sound like, well, you know the story. But anyways, yeah.
Blue jeans.
No, like genes from.
Joke.
I don't like jokes.
I know you don't like jokes.
Yeah, well, how many more days, Nate, till the cruise? I know you're counting down the days.
Yeah, it's
52.
Oh, damn.
52 days.
52?
52.
Yeah, I got a whole countdown app.
Oh, you got a countdown app.
Or is it?
I got a couple things I'm looking forward to, so that's one of them.
How many countdowns? Do you,
Yeah, it's 52 days, 23 hours, 33 minutes. There you go.
yeah, so how many countdowns you got, Ballard?
4.
For what?
Now, Ballard, your grandma's not coming on the cruise at this time, is she?
No, Nana's gonna stay here. It's mom and dad you're gonna meet.
Okay.
Oh, same here. Yeah.
Will they yell at Sir UGA the same way your grandma did?
Probably not the same way, but we'll see. You'll love them, but I don't think they'll get too uppity over some of you slobs.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
I
I'm
would
gonna
probably
tell-
be kind of
I'm
better
gonna
if they did, honestly.
I'll tell Sir UGA though before we depart. I'm like, hey, you can drink all you want to, and it doesn't matter if you got your shit together. Mom and dad are cool.
Well,
Well, something tells me he doesn't care anyway.
Yeah, I'm about to say, something tells me he's going to drink all he wants to regardless.
Yeah.
if they have,
Like, 'cause, I mean, nothing against you or your parents, Ballard, but I don't care who's there. I'm probably going to spend the majority of the time drunk off my ass.
Me too.
same my dad.
I don't believe you. I don't think your parents will allow it.
I'm a grown man. I'm 23 years old. I can make my own decisions.
If your mama and daddy tells you to do something, you're just going to lower your head and go, yes.
You got to be careful, Ballard, because those fruity drinks they give you on a cruise, they go down easy. And before you know it, you've had one too many, and it doesn't happen slowly. It happens fast.
Do not
yeah.
be like Squid Tart like last year. He had a Bahama Mama.
Yeah, Squid Tar got drunk off of one drink.
Yeah, that's
Right.
happens with me and Rom.
He drank one Bahama
I'm
Mama.
excited though. You know what I'm really excited for on this cruise is Paul going.
Well, of course, Paul's going.
No.
What question is that?
No.
We need more wisdom.
First of all,
Paul said he wasn't going.
we don't know. I'm leaning no.
He said that
No.
you might be able to go. You might not.
Well, here's the thing with him. He can go. He just won't because he's being dumb.
Right, well, I thought
Wait a minute. He's going to go to Vegas, but he's not going to.
Listen, it doesn't make sense. I agree. I'm just telling you. He's being difficult about it.
Okay, listen. I will deal with that today. Upper Billy Paul will be at the Slav Olympics.
He won't give you an answer.
what, thought
Just
he already-
watch what I tell you.
I thought Paul canceled.
He did. But
Paul's fixing to uncancel.
yeah, he won't give you an answer.
Can you do that? I thought it was too late.
Well, anybody can buy a ticket on the cruise as long as there's rooms available.
Yeah.
Has anyone taken his room?
There's not one to take at this point. I mean, he canceled his ticket.
Well, that means that his room is now available.
Yeah.
No, the one that doesn't make sense is TK. Like it I don't get it.
Well, she's scared of boats.
Oh, I get it, but it's not like you're going to be out on the ocean on a dinghy. Like, these fucking boats are massive.
Well, again, you know,
Like, it's so big, you could literally go, if you never leave the interior of the ship, you'll never see the ocean and never know that you're on the ocean.
oh,
Because, I mean, they're so big, they don't really have a whole lot of rock and sway to them.
I don't know. She didn't want a room with anybody. She wanted her own room, and that was more expensive because almost all the rooms on the ship are for 2 or more people.
Of course.
So I think they have a couple of single bed rooms, but they cost more. Might be a cost thing with her too.
It costs more.
Well, I mean, my room's a single bed room.
Oh yeah, but for 2 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we got 2 beds and I think a pull-out couch in ours because we got one with the ocean views.
Yeah, that's what that's what we got too. Yeah.
You got the ocean. I think that's what I got. I don't know. There's a balcony room, an ocean view room, and then the closet that Nate's in.
The
Yeah.
classic.
So we
I got the balcony room.
yeah, there was 2 beds and a fold-out bed. Yeah, I think that's what we got too. Yeah.
I mean, the balcony's nice and all, but you don't really spend a whole lot of time in your room to be hanging out on the balcony. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and plus the TV is not for watching sports. It's for excursion stuff.
Well, it's for whatever you want, you both, but plus the balcony is.
Like, the last cruise I went on, they didn't have a single channel that was in English.
Yeah.
So I don't really think I'm gonna be watching that much TV.
I mean, really, the only thing you do in the room is your shower and sleep. That's pretty much it. Or maybe take a nap during the day or something, but you're not hanging out in there.
No.
Oh, I got a balcony the last time I went on a cruise, and I walked out on the balcony and said, "Ooh, this is cool," and then that was it. So,
Yeah, there's not really much to see. So.
right.
Yeah.
Plus, you can fall off. You don't want to fall off.
True.
Or have someone push you off.
True. If you're drunk.
Well, something tells me my wife's not gonna push me off.
Unless you piss her off.
Yeah, I was gonna say you piss her off, and then all of a sudden it's where's Slim? Oh, I don't know. He was in the room, and then I went back in there, and he was gone. I figured he was with you guys.
Well, just in case, I have absolutely zero want to commit suicide.
Okay, duly noted.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I mean, I did, although I did refund or what we call it, cancel my excursion.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I might have got too excited, but hey, I mean,
Well, first of all, you can always like you don't have to book the excursion before the cruise. You can do it on the cruise if you decide that you want to do it.
well, my only concern for that is that maybe all of them will be booked by then.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hot.
Yeah, Nate was going to take Nick. They were going to have a date and go on their own excursion all day and leave the rest of us behind.
I want to get it done first.
I'm going to
Sounds about right.
But well, no, I'm not. What do you call? I'm not in the LGBTQ community. No, I'm not.
Ballard, did you just say you were going on an excursion?
No, I said I'm going to win and compete. That's
Oh,
what
you're
I'm
talking about the
here.
Slav Olympics.
That's what I want to go on the cruise for, man. I'm ready to beat all you Slavs. And
Well, last
Right.
year you got like dead last. I mean,
I was
you got
not
some-
dead last. Matt
Yeah,
Dummett was last. I was
Yes, you were.
24th, dummy.
No, you were 32nd.
Remember?
Yeah, he was next to last.
screaming. I was so excited. I was like, yay, didn't finish last. No, I was last in the odds. But
Was he? Well,
Damn.
I was last in the odds.
Actually, I was dead last in the odds. Someone lived me.
No.
Well, so what you're saying you're going to win this year, Ballard?
I never said that.
Well, you kind of did say that. So you're just assuming that I'm going to draft you because I'm winning. Team Pete is winning.
I'm definitely.
I don't know who's drafted me.
Yeah, I guess.
I might end up being a UDFA, undrafted free agent, and I might have to get signed when I get on the boat.
Maybe. It might be true.
It's like, oh, we miscounted. We need one more person, and look who it is, Mr. Promises Ballard.
Yeah,
right
Ballard would be the
here.
alternate.
Yeah, I'm definitely winning with a team that is capable of winning. So,
Nate has the height advantage.
yeah.
I have the fat advantage.
Well, there's 3 different categories. So somebody might be good at physical events, but not others. So that's why
Right.
everyone will have their time to shine.
Right.
Oh, should. Yeah.
But I'm putting together. You remember the dream team from 1992 Olympics, the basketball team?
Oh, yeah.
That's what
yeah.
that's what my team's going to be like.
Remember
Gordon and Larry Bird.
I'm
And
putting together the dream
Magic
team.
Johnson.
Kobe Bryant. Yeah.
Oh, wait, what?
that. Kobe Bryant was not on the dream team.
Kobe Bryant was like 8 years old.
Yeah, I'm about to say he was still shitting in his Pampers
Yeah.
when the dream team.
Larry-
Was,
Magic Johnson.
Oh yeah.
that was Johnson and Bird, Jordan, Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley, Scottie Pippen.
Dominique Wilkins, I think, was on there.
Yeah.
John Stockton.
Yeah, oh yeah, John Stott. Was Karl Malone on it too?
Yeah, Carmelo was on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas, I think, was too.
Isaiah was Clyde Drexler on it? I think he was too.
Probably, yeah.
I thought Jordan kept Isaiah Thomas off the dream team.
You
'cause
might-
Jordan didn't like him.
That could be.
Yeah. I mean, he did hate him for passion, so.
Yeah, they went in the Olympics and won every game by like 100 points. They destroyed everybody.
It was not fair.
That's where a lot of my hate for LeBron comes from, because he says that that Redeem team that him and Kobe led, and what was that, like 2012 or whatever, would have beat the Dream Team.
No,
And
yeah,
that's just
these people don't know what they're talking
absolute
about.
poppycock.
Yeah, David Robinson, Christian Leitner, yeah, they were on the team too. That was back when America was, had the best basketball in the world. Now we can't hardly beat the European teams anymore.
Still, we still do. I mean, we still won the gold. So I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once a week, I'll take it.
Once a week? Okay.
yeah, we had a dream team with LeBron. Yeah, with the LeBron, KD, and Curry. So
Oh, Dominic was not on the dream team? I don't know why I thought he was. Yeah, Charles Barkley too. Yeah, that's another one. Vic, whatever you're saying was a dream team was not the dream team, buddy. I'm sorry.
He's talking about the Redeem team.
the Redeem team. There was only one Dream Team. That's it.
Yeah.
Right, well, it was a team. But
It was a team. Yeah.
team,
Oh yeah, Pippen.
Well, like whatever year it was, 2012 or something like that. Like America hadn't won gold at the Olympics in like 10 years or something, and so they decided to call it the Redeem Team.
Was Rodman? Yeah, Rodman was on it too. Yeah, Dennis Rodman. Scott. There was 3 players from the Bulls. It was Pippen, Rodman, and Jordan were all on it. Yep. I used to have a Dream Team poster in my room when I was a kid. Yeah. And a life-size cardboard cutout of Michael Jordan too. Actually, that thing might be worth some money now.
yeah, probably.
I have a question too. Are we doing a team T-shirts like the
We're gonna have
softball
Team
games?
Blue and
Are we getting
Team
shirts made? No.
No,
Right.
okay. Or just costumes.
Blue
Yeah,
and
just
Team
just
Pete.
yeah, dress up how you feel.
Okay.
You're not going in a Hooters costume.
No more Hooters costume.
No way. Oh, sorry.
I had to try.
I got my crab costume a few months ago, back in October.
Crab
yeah.
costume.
What?
Are you gonna be Mr. Krabs?
No, it's like it's a king crab costume, and I'm trolling myself.
You're just a
'Cause I
crab.
already have the setup. Like, it's perfect, right? Because remember, I walked out of the Harpoon Harry's with the crab leg bucket.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna be a
Trolling myself, bro.
Yeah, a little inside joke there. Have you worried about trying to compete dressed as a crab though?
Oh, like trying to manage the costume and everything.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, I haven't figured
Yeah.
that out.
I
Yes,
guess,
because I know myself and Sea Dog and others have found out that sometimes your costume can be to your detriment.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. I mean, what if we have a crab walk?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know what somebody told me? Apparently, there's a 9-hole mini golf course on this ship.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So that might be one of the. That's a good idea for one of the events, a golf event.
They got anything? They got anything like a billiards hall or whatever?
A billiards hall?
Like,
I don't really know. I mean, there's a casino. Here's what I do know is on there. They have a spa, which is obviously for the ladies. A casino, which is for us degenerates. They have a dance club, and they have a. I don't know if the comedy club is in the dance club. I don't know if it's 2 separate things. And then they also have just like a regular, like cocktail bar that's inside, that's not outside, like a nice one, you know.
yeah.
And outside of that, I don't know.
Also the karaoke.
They might have pool tables in one of either the club or the bar. I don't know. Although it does seem like it would be kind of difficult to play pool when the ship is moving, like the balls would move.
Well, I thought you said that doesn't matter because it's so big.
You can still feel
No,
it.
I said that. I said you can feel it very little.
Right.
Yeah,
well,
very little. But
okay. So is it going to be? But I don't know. Is it going to be moving the balls on the pool table?
That's what I was saying. Yeah, maybe.
Who's the
Balls on the table.
pool water goes back and forth.
Probably not.
Well, they have air hockey. Well, it's not a Dave and Buster's, so I mean, I don't know. Maybe they do have an arcade, actually.
they might have arcade.
Yeah.
Have an arcade. Yeah. Yeah. They do have.
They do have a. I thought I saw because I watched a video of like a ship tour, but I don't know if it showed all of it. They got like a poker club or whatever.
Well, it's a casino.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's part of the casino. Okay.
I think they do.
I thought there
Yeah.
was like one specific like room for poker or something.
I think they do have an arcade, but I think it's like kids only.
I don't
No,
know.
they also have a babysitter that we may have to leave Ballard and Nate with for the day.
Yeah, they got like a daycare on there.
What?
Yeah.
Called my mom.
No, there's like an actual daycare on the ship.
My dad said Nate's care. Yeah.
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 Well,
Their only job is going to keep you is to keep you off the top deck, Nate.
No, that's been part of the first target, but see if I can sneak.
oh, you're talking about where the girls sunbathe topless? Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be their only job is keep
That's
Nate
on
off
deck, what?
that top deck.
Keep Ballard away from there too.
Yeah.
Or Vic.
Uh,
Well, I don't know if Vic has that problem though.
Yeah, they usually have ping pong tables.
Ping pong? Okay, that's the one.
I think they might have a basketball hoop up there too.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Yeah.
basketball?
Like a half.
Now, see, now they just gave him an excuse to go up there.
I don't know if it's a full court or a half court, but I think they do have a basketball goal
Yeah,
too.
they have. I think they have a full court because
Oh, really?
Now,
yeah,
I need to know. Do they have pickleball?
probably.
Probably
No.
No.
no. No.
That stuff's a good workout right there.
Dude, what is
Well-
with these goobers and this pickleball craze that's going on?
Yeah,
It's
pickleball
fun.
for grandpas. Sorry.
No, it's not.
No, they're everywhere now. There's pickleball courts everywhere.
They have them in malls and stuff now.
Why-
I'm surprised there's not a pickleball court in your neighborhood, Pete. Y'all got everything else there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, there's one
golf
about
courses.
5 minutes away.
Yeah.
Oh. They've got courts there, and it's called the pickle bar. So like outside the courts, inside there's a bar where you can hang out and drink. Which I don't know if drinking and playing pickleball is probably the best idea, but you do.
But it
Challenge
is an idea. May not be the best one, but it is a idea.
Yeah.
Do they have a place you can go and smoke weed? I don't know about that. I don't think so. Not on the ship, no.
Yeah, I think that once we get off the ship, though.
Well, I mean,
I would say, especially since federal law enforcement is involved anyway, with you getting on and off the ship, weed's probably not a good idea.
Yeah. Maybe off the ship, or like if you're on excursion, probably. You're fine.
Yeah. I mean, because weed is legal in the Bahamas. So.
yeah, I don't know anything about that. It's definitely not legal on the ship.
No, it's not.
No.
Once you get off the ship, though, yeah.
Now there will be
Yeah.
people that bring it on. You'll smell it. They'll sneak it on, but
If it's not allowed to.
I don't need those problems either.
yeah, I don't need those problems. Exactly.
Yeah. You already had that happen to someone, right?
Yeah, one of the guys we went with brought like I don't even like a quarter pound of weed or something on the damn ship with him, like an idiot. And of course, you know, they raided his room and he just put his weed in his safe. So of course they just opened the safe up and there's the weed. He's a dumbass.
Yeah. The safe is going to be the first thing they check. Yeah.
And they shook him down too. They were like, they found he had $10,000 in cash and weed in the safe. And they were like, well, you could go to jail here. And I think we were in St. Thomas at the time. And they're like, you can go to jail in St. Thomas and miss your ride out of here, or you can pay a $10,000 in cash fine, which is what he had.
Mm-hmm.
So you know where that $10,000 went, right?
Right in somebody's pocket.
Right in somebody's pocket.
Right.
It took his weed and his money.
Yeah, but you could have been in a jail in the Bahamas with no ride back.
Well, I told you, and then the dumbass, the next stop we went to, the first thing he did when he got off the ship was went down to the beach and bought like 30 dime bags from some Rastafarian on the beach. I was like, what are you doing, dude?
He's high in heck. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so did he end up having to make his own way home, or?
No.
Okay.
Find this on the table.
He paid his way out of it.
Right.
So they never found a second stash of weed.
Yeah. You know,
Oh, yes. Yeah, Sea Dog's buddy got busted with weed at the Slob Olympics in the Isle of Palms. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't go to that one, but
No, I
wish I
do
could
remember
remember
that.
something.
I might have missed that.
Yeah, they got pulled over or something. And the cop was like, I smell weed or something. Do you guys have any weed? And he just gave it to him. He's like, yeah, it's right here. Here. He wrote him a ticket for like $400. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's your water.
Water. Oh. Yeah. I remember that year that or DoorDash through a freaking traffic. Taco Bell.
Yeah, that was the dumbest thing I've ever seen anybody do, Nate.
And there, yeah, when there were all these food
Yeah,
trucks.
you're 20 feet away from 10 taco trucks,
Yeah.
and you're gonna DoorDash some fucking Taco Bell.
Oh, before you go bowl, I'll take it.
Well, at least it made it though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, weed is illegal in the Bahamas. That's what I thought. I don't. It's not legal there, Vic. I don't know where you heard that from.
Oh, okay. It's not. Okay.
No.
I thought it was. I guess maybe that must be Jamaica that I'm thinking.
Vic's on the Midday show spreading misinformation.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess.
I thought Vic was smart.
I guess that was Jamaica. I was thinking of.
Now, if that's your thing, believe me, because I've been there, you're not going to have a hard time finding it in the Bahamas if you want it, because there's people all over the beaches around there that are just looking for people coming off cruise ships that want to buy weed.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I won't be buying anything because I value my freedom,
Right.
but other people might.
Because he's a true American.
No, I just don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to go to jail at all, but I definitely don't want to go in the fucking Bahamas.
Right.
So it's stuck there.
Yeah, I don't want to be stuck there either.
Well, then don't buy any weed from anybody on the beach, Nate.
I don't plan in. Yeah, I don't plan on getting weed at all.
Yeah, rum is perfectly legal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, the last time I went there, the cab driver tried to sell us weed.
I mean, it's a great racket, man, if you think about it, because he's just meeting all kinds of people all day.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I know the hookup for that. I got you right here.
Yeah, he hangs out by the cruise ship, and people get in the cab, and then, hey, you guys looking for something? I got it.
A one-stop shop, if you will.
Yeah.
That's what we did. Well. All right. Was it the Honduras guy that was the? He's really nice, but we went to the last time we went to cruise. We went to Honduras, which is a one stops or whatever you call it. And there's this one guy that offered us, free ride to wherever the attractions and stuff.
Yeah. Do you know the only thing worse than going to jail in the Bahamas, Nate? Going to jail in Honduras.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you guys going to Vegas, if you take a shuttle or a Uber or something from the airport, the guy will say, hey, if you want weed, he'll take,
Yeah. The cab drivers always tell you where. Yeah.
take you to some offbeat place.
Yeah.
Careful of that.
We're actually taking a limousine from the airport to the hotel because it's with the amount of people we have, it's cheaper than taking an Uber.
Yep. The limousine driver will probably go, hey, if you guys want weed, I know a good place, and he's getting kicked back, so just be careful of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a lot of experience in Vegas, if you can tell.
Not with the weed, though.
Well, not be weird.
Yeah. I'm not looking for weed anyway, but
Who does weed? Except for TK.
yeah, the cab drivers that pick you up from the airport, they're always like, what are you doing here? Oh, I'm here hanging out with my friends. Oh, well, if you need to know where to get this or that or girls or whatever it is, I'll tell you where to get it. I was like, okay, thank you.
Like, hey, I know where the Bunny Ranch is, bro. I'm
Yeah.
good.
Huh. Yeah. I wish I was going to Vegas, but at the same time, the cruise is like a month away for that. So
Yeah.
2 months, but yeah. So, I mean,
Maybe next time, mate.
yeah, probably.
You said that last time, Nate.
I did.
All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and shut her down.
All right. Thanks for letting me on, guys.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan, man.
All right.
Great show, Pete. Thanks, you.
Yep. See y'all later. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oops. That'll do it for me as well. I will be back tonight at 10 o'clock on Uncle Lou's main channel for the Lunch Money Show. And we'll talk a little bit about the national championship game. We might have a couple of special guests that come on. I'm not sure about that yet, though. But anyway, join us tonight at 10 o'clock. And everybody have a great rest of your Monday.